Today we're going to be reviewing Dapol's Mark III First Great Western Super King livery Mark III coaches. Roll the intros. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to Chelmswood Junction. I'm Peter. As the title suggests, today we are going to be reviewing the Dapol Mark III coaches in First Great Western Intercity Super King Fag Packet livery. I've had two ordered. These are first class coaches. They've come from an eBay seller. I can't remember what the seller's name was on eBay, but straight away we're going to go and get the box open and have a look and see what we've got. So as you can see, it is only a little box because obviously it's Engage. Very well packaged, or so it said. These have obviously been jammed in there. They're quite awkward to get out. Like I said, I have got two of these, and as you can see, wasn't very well packaged as I thought. It's just a cardboard box and these were just wedged in. Let's get rid of the packaging. Like I said, they are exactly the same. They've got the same numbers on the coaches. So what we'll do is we'll do the product code. And this is Dapol's 2P-005-324 Mark III Coach First Great Western Fag Packet livery. And it is the first class. And it is coach number 41014. And I'll give you... There you go. It's exactly the same on that one. So, packaging wise, we've got the usual Dapol blue and grey all rounds. There's the, get it around the right way. There's their contact details, web address, email address, etc, etc. So that's nice to have. You've also got a QR code that will probably take you straight to the website as well. Obviously, it's got the CE mark, which is good. That way we know it is safe for the British consumers. So yeah, usual packaging, usual hard plastic case, and at the top we have a little packet of extra parts. So what we got looks like we got spare couplings in there, and if I spin it over, well actually do it that way, you can actually see we've actually got etched metal brake discs that you can cut out and obviously fit to the wheels if you wanted to. It's the usual thing, foam insert. This is actually soft foam, which makes it easier to be able to get in there than what they usually use, which is usually the hard foam. So I do like the new version of the foam. Getting the coach out. As always, with Dapol, the livery has been printed superbly. The detail is all in the right places. On the sides, it's got the, oh sorry, on the end, sorry, it's got the yellow end. So if you do want to run these with a HST set, obviously you would see that they will be the yellow ends as well. They've got the usual warning markings there, as they always have done. On the ends of the coach, if I can get it into focus, you can see first class, the coach letter. You can also see printed is the door enabling locking lights, and yeah, you can see inside the coach, and you can clearly see the tables and chairs are in what I would call a creamy grey colour. On the roof, it has got some nice detail, usually plain on the top of the Mark III roofs, apart from the ends. So yeah, it's nicely detailed. So what we're going to do is, I know I'm going to be doing something a bit ordained, but I'm going to show you. Now, if you've got Mark III coaches from Hornby and you want to fit lighting into these, if anybody's ever tried it, it is very, very, very hard. I'm just going to quickly pause the camera, guys, and I'm going to get this coach out. Hold on. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison. So, looking at both the coaches, the roof detail is exactly the same. Put them on top of each other. Again, it's got all the right detailing in the right areas. So you can clearly see on the Mark III, on the Hornby, it's got the coach number, the indicator light to let you know if the doors are locked or unlocked. And, you know, it's got all the usual detail. But gone away from what I was talking about. Now, if you wanted to put coach lighting into this, this is going to be really, really awkward. You've got to take all of this apart and carefully lift it off, because you cannot easily get in there. Also, it says. But the only coach lighting you're going to be able to put in there is a battery one. There's no pickups on the wheels for the Mark III Coach in 00. But on the N-gauge, I'm going to try and get it in. You can clearly see just there the little brass tabs that make electrical conduct with the wheels to put power into the coach. And if I just take this part of the roof off, how easy was that to take off? And then if I find the right end, you can see at that end there's a plug already installed for you to get a lighting bar, which you literally just clip to the underside of the roof, plug it into there, and you then simply put the roof back on. All he says. Simply click the roof back on, put it on the track, and away you go. But with the, like I said, with the Mark III from Hornby, I'm not sure about the Oxford range, but obviously you're going to have to take the top end off. You're going to have to somehow manage to, let me just take this off quickly. So there you go, there's no electrical contacts on that bit. Let's take the insert out. You're going to have to find some way of putting a light bar in there and securing it. And not only that, where are you going to be able to hide any wiring to go if you want to try and put it on the wheels? But you know, if it's a battery one, it's not going to last very long. So I think in this modern day and age, I think N-gauge at Mark III's are trumping the 00 gauge Mark III's, because you just seen how easy to take the roof off, plug it in, attach it to the roof, the light bar, and away it goes. With this, it's only going to be battery operated, unless you want to put contacts onto the wheels, and you're going to have to do a load of soldering, or if you put the battery version in, the battery's not going to last, you know, not going to last as long as one that's plugged in. So I think the Mark III N-gauge trumps the Mark III 00 gauge. But what do you think? Leave the comments down below if you think that the Mark III is in 00 is better than the Mark III in N-gauge. So that's my little review and my little comparison between N-gauge and 00 gauge coaches. As you saw, putting lighting into an N-gauge or Dapol N-gauge Mark III is so much simpler. All the electric components are already there. You just literally simply take off the roof, purchase the light bar, connect it into the roof, connect the plug, put the roof back on, and away you go. And it's powered by the track, whether it's running on DC or DCC. Obviously, if you're running on DC with these coaches, the brightness of the coach lighting is obviously going to be determined by the amount of power you're putting into the track. So just for argument's sake, you know, your controller goes from 0 to 100 on DC and you're running at about 40% power, then obviously when you crank it up to 60%, obviously the lighting is going to increase with the power supply that's going through to the track. Whereas DCC, obviously it's going to be continuously on and continuously at the brightest it can be. Obviously if it's got dirty wheels, obviously then you may have problems then with flickering, so you've got to make sure obviously that you're going to have to keep these wheels clean as possible, or keep the track as clean as possible. I thought opening the Mark III coach in 00 gauge was going to be a lot harder. I didn't realise Hornby had done it that way, but on the Arriva set of coaches that I had from Hornby, they were virtually nigh on impossible to open up to be able to put a lighting bar in there. But like I said, even with the Mark III on 00 gauge, the lighting bar that you can get for it is only going to be battery operated, unless you can get an LED strip and then somehow put in electronics into the bogies running through the coach to power them from the track. So that's going to be awkward for you to do in 00 gauge. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. As always, I've enjoyed making it for you. I know that I am doing N gauge now, and you 00 gauges are like, oh, you know, he's preferring N gauge. I prefer N gauge now, obviously, because of the space that I have available. Hopefully, coming up in the next few months, I might be able to get into my loft and maybe be able to start making my own layouts, as well as having my little one that I've got in the front room, which is not the easiest to do videos on. But if you want me to do a running session of the N gauge layout that I've got in there, Rogers Lane, please leave a comment down below if you want me to, or if you would like me to do a live stream running session, again, please excuse me, leave a note down in the comment section below. Hold on a minute, guys, I need to quickly get a drink. Sorry about that, guys, my throat was getting rather dry there. Too much talking as always. Like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have liked this video, please, as always, smash that like button down on the left hand side. If you're a subscriber of mine and you've been with me for a very long time, great big thumbs up, thank you for staying with me. If you're not a subscriber and you would like to become a subscriber, all you have to do is click on the subscribe button down on the right hand side, click on the little bell icon, select all, and then you'll be notified of every video that I publish in the future. If you want to carry on watching videos from my channel, there should be a link coming up here and here, I hope. Until the next time, guys, look after yourselves, protect your loved ones, but above all, happy modelling, and bye-bye from Chelmswood Junction.